you know it's recording. We're going to go over lesson 43 today. And as I mentioned, 43 is very similar to the practice problem we just got done doing on number 3 there. The only difference is we're starting with mixed numbers. And when we have a mixed number value, we cannot divide it as a mixed number. We have to change or manipulate that mixed number into an improper fraction to be able to do any multiplication or division that we might have with it. So to get this problem simplified down, I have to change this to an improper fraction. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13 thirds. Then times 6 over 5. And then I'm able to do some reducing and multiply across. 1, 2, 3 goes into 3 once, 6 twice. Multiply across, you get 26 over 5. Leave your answers as improper fractions. Sarah. You were there already, huh? Okay. We'll have multiple mixed numbers that we're multiplying together. So we need to change each of those. 2 times 8 plus 1 is 9/4 times 10 thirds.
60 plus 1 is
61 twelfths. Then we look for things that can easily reduce.
No.
I can go 10, 12 by 2 each. 3 goes into 9 and 3 once and 3. And after that, 3 and 6.
Could the 4 go into 60?
That's 61, so it's not going to go into there. It's not going to go into evenly. So 61 is prime, 5 is prime. So these aren't going to be able to go into that. So you have 305 over 8. 4 times 2. Don't forget that 2 down there. 305 over 8. Again, leaving your answer as an improper fraction.
What was the answer to number 1?
The answer to number 1 was 26.
Number 1, 2.
26 over 5. There you go. What is implied when we have a fraction over a fraction?
Division.
Division. It's implied division. I would encourage you, and on the next problem I'm going to say the same thing, rewrite this, but don't try to do too much. So 8 times 2 is 16 plus 1 is 17 eighths. I'm going to write this or rewrite this horizontally because we're used to seeing things put that way. 3 times 3 plus 2 is 11 thirds.
How do you deal with the up and down? I just remember how my old school, it was like, deal with the fraction or the other fraction.
The only way I know to do that, or the only operations I do that with, are adding and subtracting.
Yeah, that's what
Okay, but I don't do that with multiplying and dividing. So we're dividing by a fraction. We apply the KFC to that. 17 over 8 times 3 over 11.
Is that the only way to do that?
It's the only way I know how to do it.
51 over 88.
Multiply across because nothing reduces. 51 over 88. Good, Shane. And then the next one has a hodgepodge of this stuff. Again, I feel like it's really important that you try not to do too much stuff on one step early on. Now, if you get a week or two into this and you start feeling it and it's real easy, then maybe you could combine some steps. But I would just rewrite each of these as an improper fraction, keeping the sign as it is until we get done rewriting it all. That way you don't turn something around and think you flipped when you didn't flip it, change the sign when you should have changed the sign, that type of thing. Now we can rewrite this as 33 eighths divided by, we're going to KFC this part, so that's times 5 elevenths. Then I have times 13 fourths, that stays the same. And then I'm going to KFC that, so that becomes times 2 elevenths. I want to get this out of the road, so I'm going to group that, shrink it down a little bit, get it over there out of the road, move this up, Okay. Now looking through here, I see 11 and 33, that looks pretty easy to reduce. 4 and 2 look easy to reduce. And that's it. 3 isn't gonna reduce with that, 5 doesn't, 13 doesn't. So we multiply across, 3 times 5 is 15, times 13 is that 175. And 8 times 2 is 16, times 11 is
166.
one what?
60.
166.
That's what I said at first.
I didn't say it was wrong, I just couldn't hear you.
So, like, this is nothing new really, we've seen this all.
Exactly. All of this is, should say, none of this is new, it's just combining the mixed number into the problem
How'd that get
and having
so
to change it to an improper fraction first.
You did that? You made it?
I didn't even notice.
Yes,
It's like-
yes, questions? Don't worry about it, Todd.
I got 195.
195?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I was thinking somebody said last hour was 175 too, or during 4 times.
30.
Anyway, multiply them across and get a value there. Right? Okay, here's your assignment.
Yeah.
You have half hour of class time to get a great jump on this, so you have early seminar tomorrow as well as any study hall time you used today.
And no practice.
Yeah.
And no
Yeah,
practice.
except we're all going to play basketball.
Everybody's not.
I